Would maybe your first run at the Washington Post.
I
You began to buy shares.
Yeah.
How did you come to the conclusion?
I'd looked at the prospectus in 1971 when Charlie and I first met Kay Graham one time, and they were going public right at the time of the Pentagon Papers. And then in 1973, the stock got very cheap because their television licenses were under challenge by B.B. Rebozo, Nixon's friend, and the stock went from, I think, like 38 to 16 or so in a very short period of time. And when it got down to around 20, just in a few blocks, we bought almost 10% of the company, and that now is about 18% because they've repurchased shares. When it got to about 20, that meant the whole Washington Post company, it had 4,800,000 shares. The whole Washington Post company was selling for $100 million. Now, they owned the Washington Post, they owned Newsweek, they owned 4 big network television stations, including CBS in Washington, D.C., and all of that.
Jacksonville, Florida.
I mean, everything, and they didn't know any money. And if you had taken those separate parts, you literally could have been out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, at midnight in a rowboat, and you could have sold them for $500 million. People would have been swimming out in shark-infested waters if necessary.
And you could have had all of it for $100 million at that
for
time.
$100 million. I mean, you weren't going to get all of it because,
Here's what I don't understand. How come 95 people didn't see that?
It was amazing. We were buying it from big institutional investors, and they were bailing out of it. And if you'd asked any one of them what the pieces were worth, they would have said something close to what I would say. But they thought the stock was going to go down.